Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kane and thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Guys, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon right next to it so you can get notified every time I post a new video. We had to get that out of the way right now so we could get on into all the good stuff. So guys, this is gonna be, as you can tell by the title, my Christmas eye look. And now you guys can see what the look is gonna be. But anyway guys, I think this is adorable. This little candy cane graphic liner thing that we have going on right now is absolutely adorable. And guys, candy canes, my name is Kane. It just had to be. Guys, I keep flinging these strings like all around. Like, oh my god, get out of the way. But anyway guys, so today's look is going to be all about this candy cane eyeliner graphic liner look. We used the mini James Charles Morphe palette for this look. I have the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lips on my lips today. I also have a liquid frost on my face for my highlight, but then I did also put another highlight on top of that because, guys, I need to be blinding. Santa Claus needs to be able to find me in the middle of the night. So anyway guys, without further ado, let me stop rambling on and let's just get right into this video so you guys can see how I created this wonderful candy cane look. Alright, so I have you guys nice and zoomed on in. And as you can see, my eyebrows are already on, my eyelids are already primed with the Shape Tape Concealer, and I have set those with a little bit of Canvas, the shade in the mini palette from James Charles. Now this is the palette that we are going to be using today to create our Christmassy look. So guys, today we are going to be using, like I said, the James Charles Morphe mini palette to do this look. Only using this one just because it has the mirror in it so I can look at to see what I am doing. Also, it's a lot easier for me to be able to show you what shade I'm using in the mini palette than it is for me to pick up the big one and have to hold it all the way back here so you guys can see what shade I'm talking about when I can hold the little one just right up close. Alright, so the first shade that we are going to be using, guys, is You're Kidding. It is this nice red shade right here. This is You're Kidding. So with that shade, we are going to be using our M506. It is this nice little fluffy brush because we're doing a cut crease. We want to focus the colors right a little there. We don't want to use a big fluffy brush because that's going to spread the color all over. So dipping into a You're Kidding and tapping off a little of the excess, we are going to start by just stamping this on, starting to like create where our crease is going to be. So I'm just slightly going above my natural crease line because my eyes tend to like sink in. Like when I open my eye, like look, I have this hole there, but when I open my eye, you pretty much lose everything. So I'm going to try and take this shade up higher on the inside, but the outside you don't really lose much of my crease, so I'm going to keep it a little lower here and a little higher in here. You guys, you need to learn your eye shape, and that will help you out so much with looks. I used to always just keep all my shades like right on the inner, like right where my crease was while doing cut creases, and then I would open my eye and you wouldn't be able to see anything, and I would always be like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, my eye looks never come out good, you can never see them, and I would be so upset. And then I finally learned about having to basically redraw your own crease in. So when I actually go to do my cut crease, I'm actually going to draw that line way higher than it needs to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep packing this color in. This is going to be like the first color, and then flicking that out in the outer corner. So I'm going to actually really quickly just grab this little itty bitty, this is the M250-1. Little, it won't focus, there we go. Alright, so I just took that little M250-1 little tiny brush and literally dipped into You're Kidding and just drew like a little line out, because we're gonna do kind of like a cut crease, but it's gonna be a color here and color up there, out to a wing type thing. You guys will see what I'm talking about like towards the end, but yeah, if you don't understand what I'm saying right now, you'll get it afterwards. So I just want to make sure that like I have this nice and like bright before I start blending, because I know it's gonna blend out, so I'm gonna have to go back in and darken it again. But I want to just make sure I have this color nice and pigmented how I want it before I start blending it out, so I can see what I'm working with. So I'm just gonna start going back and forth motions, trying not to blow it out too far on the inner corner here. Kind of want to keep it not too big in there, but start blending it and pulling it out here. So I think we might throw just a little brown in here just to darken that up just a tiny bit. So I think we're going to start off with 10% off. I don't want to go in with a super dark brown at first, so we'll start off with 10% off, and if that's not dark enough, we'll move over to no beans. You can almost barely not even see it. I'm doing so light. But this is just kind of building up a little bit of darkness into the crease area. So I'm just really quickly going to grab just a fluffy, where's a nice fluffy brush? Just a nice fluffy brush. So this is our M456. It's just this nice little fluffy brush. And I'm going to use that with no product on it to kind of just blend out a little bit of these edges. Now the thing is, it's starting to look a little pink. So I'm going to go back into You're Kidding. And I'm just going to go ahead and darken everything back up. Alright guys, so I think I am going to go ahead and just dip into another palette really quick. So we are going to go into the Hit the Lights. I am going to be going up here. I want this very dark Severe Looks shade. So we are going to go into our M431. Looks like this. And we are going to just, can you guys see this? We are going to dip into Severe Looks. And I need a bigger table, guys. I have no room for any of this stuff. Alright, so with this, we are going to just kind of put this in the crease. So I'm just kind of trying to darken out that crease just a tad, a bit. And we have to make sure we keep this line here. So you don't want to be blending out this line. So this is kind of like a baseline where you want to base everything off of. So that's going to go out to here, so that I know when I cut my crease, I'm going to stay above that line to here, and then come back in up here. So that kind of helps you like to determine where you're going to be placing all of these colors up above. So I'm going to just take my brush, and I'm going to go again like at a little bit of an angle, and just slightly start blending that in. On the inner corner, I'm going to hold it more straight because I want to keep it down lower. And then as I get over here, I am going to go more of an angle. So this is just really, I'm just trying to add a little bit of darkness, because that red we used was very pretty, but it wasn't we needed a little bit more of like dimension to our look. So yeah, just gonna go ahead and go back into your kitting and use that to just kind of go over that red. Guys, so now we are on to the hard part, which is going to be cutting our crease. So what I'm actually going to do, guys, is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do this eye really quickly. As you can see, this is so simple, guys. All it is literally like reds. I used like maybe 2, maybe 3 shades on my eye so far, including the one I used to set my eye, and that's it so far. So I'm going to go ahead, do this eye off camera really quick, cut the crease because that is going to take like an hour to do by itself, and I'll be right back after I do all that. Alright guys, so as you can see, I kind of have some powders all over my face right now. So I went in, I cut the crease, and I thought it was dry. It wasn't. I opened my eyes, did this, and it was all up here. So I had to make it a lot bigger. I am taking my Lumi Focus. This is my True Match Lumi Shimmerista. This stuff is literally like the most blinding highlight I have ever had in my life. And I am just now putting that on the lid because it's light enough to make the lid look like it's got some white on it. And it's gonna give me some shimmer, and yeah. So I'm just using one of these little things that people hate with a passion. I find them absolutely amazing for packing on glitters. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I had a big struggle with this cut crease. It just, I don't know, for some reason, the concealer, I used the wrong concealer too, so I was actually going to use the wrong concealer. I'm just basically out of this concealer, this Shape Tape. This is in the color Fair Light Neutral. So I figured, alright, well, when I went to the store, they didn't have any of this one. All they had was Light Neutral. So you would think Fair Light Neutral and a Light Neutral aren't that different, but look at them. Like, you can see it in the bottle alone, like how much whiter this one is compared to this one. We are going to see if we can save this whole look now with this white liner. We have the NYX White Liquid Liner. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a nice wing, and then I'm going to go over that because it just looks a little cray-cray. So let me do that really quickly, guys, and then we will see what that looks like. Alright, so probably should have done gold on the lid, I am now thinking, just to make it have popped a little more, because the white, like the shimmer compared to the white, isn't that different. But I'm going to just go ahead and do this liner really quick, and I will be right back. So guys, this stuff right now literally feels like a whiteout on my lids. It's literally so like crusty and heavy, and like I feel like I can feel like every time I like blink or move my eyes, I like feel it moving, and just I don't know how I feel about this stuff. This white liner, it's like cracking too, and it's the look, like, it's cute. Like, in my mind, what I was picturing was, like, really cute. But this liner is just kind of coming out, like, chunky. And I'm not sure if I'm liking it. Maybe once I take my Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip, the red one, and I draw the little lines to make the liner look like a candy cane, then I might start feeling it a little more. So I am just taking my Jeffree Star, and I'm just putting some to the back of my hand. Just like that. And then I'm going to just take the little M250-1 brush, and we are going to dip into this. And now, extremely super carefully try and draw little stripes on our liner. Wow, that sucked. This liner is so like gunky and hard that it makes like doing anything on it like impossible. Alright, y'all, I think that's about as good as that's gonna get. I'm gonna try and do this side now. This side is definitely worse. This side has more cracks and stuff in it. Well, that one's done too. Well, that looks... Huh. All I'm gonna say is, huh. So I think I'm gonna go in now with the white again and try to just like fix up in between a few spots where it fell in the crack and stuff. I don't ever recommend anybody trying to do candy cane eyeliner. Alright, I am totally not trying to draw red stripes on this one up here because there's just no room to do it. It's a single line. If that was a little thicker like this was, I'd probably be able to, but I'm not even gonna. Alright guys, so our eyes for the most part are pretty much done now. We have this. I might end up going in and putting a little bit of like shimmer like up here because the longer I'm keeping this on my face, I actually just took a break and went and ate dinner. So it's kind of like fading off, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm kind of like back and forth between just taking a little bit more of the shimmer lights and just pocketing it back in there. But I feel like it's just because the more layers of stuff that I'm putting on, like, I feel like the more like problems I'm having. I should have... See guys, what I always do when I do a cut crease is I take, like, I draw the line where the cut crease is. So say this like white line in here is where I was gonna cut my crease. So I would draw that white line in first, and then I would go ahead and take my micellar water on a Q-tip, and I would get rid of everything that's on my lid, and then lay down a new layer of concealer because I already used concealer once to prime my lid, and now I'm throwing on a second layer of concealer over that, and then I'm throwing shadows on top of that, and it just becomes a lot on top of a lot on top of a lot. But this time, I don't know why, I just like didn't do it, and I feel like that's the reason why I'm getting so much like cracking and creasing on my lid is because of that. But it's alright because I feel like because this eye look is so like busy, it's okay. But the one, where is it? The one problem I'm having though is with the eyeliner constantly cracking. I'm having to go over with more and more. Okay, so today for foundation, now that we have the eyes done and all we have to do kind of is the lower lash line, I kind of want to take some micellar water and clear off my lashes though before I put mine on. And that's another thing. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if I'm going to wear fake lashes, which I always do, because I'm going to have to glue it on top of this, and I feel like the fake lashes might just cover up all of this. So this might be the first time ever you guys have seen me do a look where I do not use falsies. Now, I'm not going to 100% say for sure yet, but we'll find out at the end. But guys, so we are going to go in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. Guys, I have this in the color 220N. And we are going to be using our Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge. It's ginormous, guys. Like when I tell you it's ginormous, this is their regular size one. This is their face and body. It's huge. It's literally like the size of a baseball. Ginormous. But anyway, so I have this dampened. I'm going to take just some of my Anastasia Beverly Hills and just pump, I guess, like that's like 2.5 pumps-ish. And then I think first we're going to go in with no, we're just going to use the blender. So I'm just going to dip. Oh my god, guys, I'm rushing. I didn't even prime my face. And I have foundation on it. I'm going to grab my Milk Hydro Grip Primer out of the fridge. My little makeup mini fridge. And I'm going to grab my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Brace out of the mini fridge. So first I am going to just take a little tiny bit of the Bobbi Brown because I have put moisturizer on before I started like my whole face. Actually, I should say I put moisturizer on before I started doing my eyes because I have like concealer all around this area, as you can see. But I'm gonna put a little bit more. And then, guys, this is the most amazing thing in the world, let me tell you. Milk Hydro Grip Primer in the fridge, when you put it on your face, feels glorious. Like, it makes it a little bit harder to pump out because it's cold. But this, I'm telling you guys, this little mini fridge, this, I don't even know, it's like a, what is it? It's by the brand Frigidaire, and it's literally supposed to be made for stuff like this. Like, it's not, well, I mean, it's considered, what is it? It's called a 6-can refrigerator. So it's big enough to hold only 6 cans, and that's as much as you can fit in it. But it fits a whole lot of makeup. And now we can dip into it and start putting it all over all over your face. So guys, I'm just gonna blend this in really quick and take my time going around my eyes, and I will be right back. Guys, I can say this beauty blender, it's so big, like, so it's really like weird to hold, and you kind of have to squeeze onto it, but like you have to use a lot of pressure to squeeze onto it, and it's honestly making my hand quite tired. Now, I'm not too concerned about up under here and up in here because we are gonna go in with concealer, so that will be the time to get in there. But guys, look it closely, you can see, like, especially like right there, this is cracking. I'm gonna have to go back in. This is, guys, I really am gonna have to say, I do not recommend this white liner from NYX. It's not holding up very well. Alright, so now that we have our foundation nice and blended away, we're gonna go ahead and start concealing. Guys, so for concealer for today, I guess we're gonna use Fenty Beauty. I haven't used this concealer in quite a while, but this is in the color 200. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer, so I guess we're gonna go in with this one. Oh, it looks pretty light. She looks really light, so let's just do one side at a time. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this side very quickly. Guys, that's what I really do like this like really big sponge, because like you can just beat the crap out of your face with it. now we're gonna do some of my cream contouring. Oh, I have to stop. I need Botox so bad, guys, because I always lift my forehead. So we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Light Tantour Contour. And we are going to just grab, this is an e.l.f. foundation pointed brush, and we are gonna dip into her and just put a little bit here and there, and then go back in and blend out. Let's throw a little bit up on the fore of the head. Guys, this part is like, you guys have seen me do this part so many times of my face. This is nothing special, so that's why I'm kind of just speeding my way through this almost. Not really like so concerned on getting you guys all of the exact precise details and whatnot. And then we're gonna go to the neck. And now for this though, I'm gonna grab my foundation brush and use that to blend this out, because I want to keep this in a specific area. So with the brush, it's easier to be more precise with where you're putting it. And now, for the nose contour, guys, this is my favorite brush, the E62 from Morphe. Best brush for contouring the nose, because it has this nice little angle, so I almost dipped in it with that. All I do is take the tip of this brush and swirl it on around so it gets covered. And then we are gonna just put a few dots all around. And then we'll go back to our friend right here and start blending. It's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look like a lot at first, but we are going to go back and blend everything through, so don't you worry. So now I would like to try out a new product with you guys. This is the Revlon New Cheek Flushing Tint. Now, I have no clue how this is supposed to work. When I looked at it before I took it and I like put it on my hand, it's almost like nothing. Like once I like rubbed it out, it kind of turned into like barely anything. So I think what I'm gonna do with this is just like put a dot on each cheek and then take my beauty blender and, oh my god, you have to be kidding me, did that just leave a dot on both of my cheeks? But like, what is it? I don't know. Alright, hold on. Let's try to put a whole bunch on our hand. And then let's dip the beauty blender. I don't understand this product. Now, what is it supposed to be doing? It doesn't have like instructions on how to use it or anything. So I am extremely confused by it. Let's try with a little brush maybe. It just kind of goes away. Like it's like there, but like not as there as I would want it to be, if that makes sense. So now it is time to bake our face and set all of this lovely work we have so far in place. And I promise you, as soon as I set this little blush situation that we have going on that looks so nice and pink and cute will be gone in a matter of a second. So I'm going to just go in with my Fenty. This is the Pro Filter in the color Butter, just to stick with what we have going on. Oh my god, that was a lot. That's full. So I'm just going to take my ginormous beauty blender and dip into her. And then pat this all into place. Some powder. And do this side. Guys, my eyes are really upsetting me. The longer I'm having this look on, the more of my eye is like coming off. So this powder, guys, is like a super, I don't, like it's a super like setting powder. Like this powder is going to for sure set you in place all day long, but it's very drying. So what I'm going to do now is go into my Laura Mercier to go around the rest of my face. So I'm just going to now dip into this and go over everywhere else on my face. So now I'm switching over to the clean side of the sponge, which is this flat side, and I'm just going over my face everywhere where I put product to try. We're going to pick up if there's any extra anywhere. And I'm just really quickly gonna dip her in and just hit over the neck. The neck isn't too important, but we did put product down there, so you do want to kind of just try and cover that a little bit. So now that we have our face nice and powdered away, we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit more like bronzing up. I want a little bit more color to my face. Alright guys, so with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer, we are going to take our Wet n Wild, this is just a contouring brush, and dip into her. Now I have not used this before, so I have no clue. It does have shimmer in it though. That's what I was wondering. I kind of thought it did, but I wasn't really too sure. So I just wanted to check it out, but it does have some shimmer. So I am going to just grab my Gigi Gorgeous bronzer, and I'm going to use that to go around my forehead and my nose because I don't want like something shiny up on my forehead area or around the nose. I'm also just going to darken these out a little bit, and we will go down here. So I'm going to go back to that E62 brush for my nose. I'm going to dip into the powder and then just go down. So guys, for blush today, we are going to go into our, this is by Dome. It's the English Rose blush because that Space Case blush, I tried it out. I tried to get it to work, but it wasn't really working. Well, because it was a cream blush. We should have went ahead and put that on first, but I put the other cream blush on because I wanted to try it out. And if you guys can't tell, I'm going for like a very blushy look today because of like Christmassy. And at Christmas, it's cold, and when you're cold, you turn red and flushed. I don't know. In my head, it made sense to do this. So then, for highlighter, guys, we are going to go in with the Liquid Skin Frost from Jeffree Star. Now, this is in the color Goddess. Now, this came when I did the mystery box. I got this, and I would have never picked this color out for myself just because this is for like someone with a darker complexion. But we are going to give it a go and see how it looks. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be doing this because it's not really, isn't really blending out that well with the sponge like this. I don't know. Guys, how do you usually put liquid highlights? I usually put on with a sponge like this, but this one is just for some reason doesn't really want to blend. Maybe it's just because of the color. Guys, it's so pretty. I absolutely love his Skin Frost. It's just this one is just not my color. Like, it does not go for my skin tone at all. But that's alright. We are going to put it on anyway. Because we can do whatever we want. Because this is a makeup. Alright, so I'm just gonna try to blend this out a little bit over here. I might honestly, let's see if this brush works a little better. Oh yes, that is glowing. Oh my god, yes. So this is the technique. You gotta have to use a brush with it, I guess. Oh, I low-key actually really like this. Even though I really wish I had a different shade in this, I actually really low-key am liking this. We might go over this with another highlighter, like just to lighten it a little bit, because this is a little dark for my skin tone, but I am absolutely loving this. So I am going to dip, guys, I'm so all over the place with this today. So guys, I am gonna go ahead now and finish up the eyes. So what I am thinking for the eyes is, my brows are killing me. I powdered and it just took them all off again. So we're gonna fix the brows at the end. Alright guys, so far this is what we're working with, guys, and I'm actually kind of really loving this. Like, besides the fact that I'm gonna have to go over all of this white again because it's been cracking non-stop, I actually am really liking this look. But now on to the, I guess, last part of this look is going to be the under the eye. So for under the eye, I also want to kind of smoke a little bit of red out underneath this. So I'm going to just pick all of my stuff up out of my way really quick over here. Because guys, my table is so tiny, I have no room for anything. So let's grab back out our James Charles mini palette. And what I'm gonna do is, first, I'm gonna grab, this is the JS13. It's just a little tiny brush. And we are gonna dip into, you're kidding. And let's smoke out underneath now this little wing. And now let's smoke out this side. So I'm then going to just grab a little bit of, just a little fluffy brush, any fluffy brush will work, and just kind of blend the edge of this out. We kind of want this to not be like a very harsh line, but just kind of like look a little bit of a smoky look, I guess. So for the bottom lash line, guys, we are going to do green. So I am between two greens, and I'm thinking a dark green because a light green, it might not look that good. So for that, we are going to grab, alright guys, so for the lower lash line, we're going to go in with the M431. It is a little tiny pencil brush, and for that we are going to be going into a Daddy. If I am not mistaken, I actually have to check. Yes, Daddy is the green color. So we're going to be going to Daddy, which is this nice dark green shade right down here. I'm just going to dip into that. And we are going to start just smoking out the bottom lash line. Guys, I think we're going to take just a little bit of a fluffier brush. Just blend. We might even, let's just use that. Guys, I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to put a little bit of, like, a green shimmer under. So I'm dipping into Guac. I'm pretty sure this color is called. And I'm just like kind of just putting that over where we put the green already. So we're just kind of adding a little bit of like a shimmer on top of the green. This isn't very pigmenty, so I'm gonna spritz my brush, dip back into that, and let's see if that picked up some more. Yeah, so that has kind of just made it like a little bit of a shiny. So guys, now for up here in the brow bone, I was thinking it might be really cute to use. So for in the brow bone, I think it might be really cute to use the color Sister. It's kind of like this pink shimmer since we have this like red going on. So I'm gonna just dip into that. And let's just throw a little bit up here and see how that looks. I actually think that looks really cute, guys. That actually looks pretty good. It's kind of giving like a little bit of a glow, but nothing too crazy. So anyway, I think we are gonna now... Let's throw a little bit of a white onto our waterline. Just kind of helps to open up the eyes a little bit more. So guys, also, I almost forgot, for inner brow bone highlight, let's dip into... Dun, 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 dun. So guys, for our inner brow bone highlight, looking so good. It is this gold shade. And I feel like gold is just like one of those colors that goes so good like with Christmas. When I think of Christmas, I think of like gold and green and red and white. And that's like really the only reason why I tried out this highlighter today, that gold one, is because I felt like it would kind of go with what we had going on, or else I would have honestly never used that. So I think this gold actually does look pretty cute in here. So we have that gold in there now, just tying everything together a little bit better. So guys, I'm just really quickly going to go off camera now. I am going to go ahead and just kind of fix up the white a little bit. It's starting to crack, it's starting to break off in a couple of spaces. I'm gonna fix my eyebrows up. I'm just gonna do a couple like last finishing touches to get everything looking nice and snazzy, and I will be right back. Alright guys, and here you have it. I threw on some lashes. I also threw on my Jeffree Star Liquid Velour lipstick. This is in the color question mark. What? This is the color stocking question mark. Stocking question mark. That's what it is. It's literally a stocking with a question mark in it. So I'm guessing that's what the name is. So guys, this is our final and completed look. This is the Candy Cane eyeliner using the James Charles Morphe palette. Guys, I absolutely in love with this look. I think this Candy Cane liner is so adorable. And then the green underneath, just everything about it is so cute. So guys, this is my last video I'll be posting until after Christmas time. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and I hope you all have a great holiday. I hope everybody finds time in their busy schedules to be able to go spend time with some family and have some good times and make good memories that you guys will always remember. Guys, I hope you also get everything that you were asking for Christmas, and Santa leaves it all under the Christmas tree wrapped up in your name. But anyway guys, if you are still here, thank you so much for watching today's video. I had so much fun creating this little candy cane look. And like always, guys, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon right next to that so you guys can get notified every time I post a new video like this one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you after the holidays.